I want to the bonello.
You do? Oh, hello everyone. That's Scratchy, one of the many random sled dogs here at Sky High Wilderness Ranch that hangs out. I think it's North's girlfriend, actually. Anyways, sorry I didn't get a video up this week from my Across the Arctic Wild adventure series. I just bunged up the scheduling. I was away on another adventure here in the Yukon, and me and Huddy and Tori, the whole fam, North and everything, jumped on a float plane, and we got dropped off at a backcountry lake where there's this awesome camp, 2 cabins, shower, sauna house. Just such a cool spot. I can't say enough good things about it. Up North Adventures owned it, and they just basically finished building it. So we got to stay there. We took this small little tinner out and explored this lake, caught a bunch of lake trout and pike, and I managed to find the Yukon Quest dog sled racing trail crosses part of the lake. So I managed to find that and hike part of it, looking for some birds, upland birds, but I don't want to ruin too much of the rest of it, but so many cool things to share there. But while I was away, of course, naturally, I was way out of reception.
Just kissed me.
Oh, good. That dog likes you. Yeah, I was way out of reception, and I didn't realize that my video didn't go live from the Arctic trip. So sorry, I know I've been trying to post one, or I have been posting one every Thursday. This was episode 3, so expect to be back on track with every single Thursday, a new video from Across the Arctic Wild going live. And next week, you'll be able to see 2 videos from my Across the Arctic Wild series. So episode 3 is going to go live on Tuesday, and episode 4 is going to go live on Thursday at the regular time.
Hey, Mommy.
Huddy, Daddy's trying to talk to the camera. Can you be quiet for a minute? Just be quiet for a minute, okay? Okay, you can go in. Just shut the door.
Hey.
Absolutely gorgeous day today. I thought maybe the really nice weather was over, but we're getting beautiful fall weather here in the Yukon. Hudson, please go inside. Hudson.
Inside.
Hudson, come inside.
Doggy, inside.
Hudson. You're going to have to be quiet for a bit, okay? A lot of energy that one has.
Shut the door, please.
So yeah, just a really cool experience for the whole family to get on a float plane and to spend time in the bush. And yes, I'm sorry about not getting the Across the Arctic Wild video series up. I hope you're all liking that adventure series. You're going to see lots of stuff from the Yukon here. Once we get back, Tori's going to be editing a lot of this stuff, but she actually has there's a float plane flying overhead right now. She's going on another trip, I think, somewhere in Northern Ontario with a friend of hers when we get back. But right after that, she's going to dive into editing this. So you're going to be seeing family Yukon canoe trip content and Across the Arctic Wild content at the same time. Then we're jumping into adventures up the Dempster Highway in Tombstone area, fly-in cabins, and now that we're back here at Sky High Wilderness Ranch, we're actually going to be moving from this cabin to another cabin, a very, very beautiful cabin that's here on the property at the ranch. And we're going to be exploring some trails. I'm looking at getting a 6-seater side-by-side ATV so Wesley can come along. Wesley's getting a little bigger, and it's hard to just carry him walking on foot, especially when a lot of these trailheads to really get into the especially because a lot of these trails are really rugged. So we're going to be getting deeper into the backcountry by ATV, doing some hiking, exploring some trails in the area, probably doing some upland bird hunting as well, and exploring stuff around here. So we're down to about our last 12 days in the Yukon, and this is going to be our destination now. Before Sky High Wilderness Ranch was our basically our home base for other adventures into the territory. This was our home base for other adventures in the Yukon. Now this is basically our destination, and we're going to be experiencing Yukon cabin life, just in an off-grid log cabin, and exploring the area, much like you saw us do in the winter, only it'll be in the summer now. So yeah, and pretty exciting what's coming up in across the Arctic wild.
Dad,
Yeah, buddy.
can I read this?
Okay. Can I finish my interview?
Okay.
Okay. Tell them what we did at the cabin, Huddy. Tell the people what we did.
They did buddy.
Did they?
We got some fish. Did you drive the boat?
No, say I drove the boat.
I drove the boat.
Did you go in the airplane?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so what's coming up? Don't want to give away too much in Across the Arctic Wild, but you
Dad.
can expect
Dad.
us to find some pretty
Dad.
cool stuff. Yeah, that's a magpie. It's kind of bird. You can expect us to see some really cool stuff, including an old Inuit meat cache, essentially a cave,
What's in here?
and a bunch of other stuff as well, to some whitewater rapids, some more fishing. Yeah, just stay tuned, guys. The trip just gets better and better and better. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'm also posting updates on my Facebook and Instagram page. Facebook is Jim Baird Adventurer, just like my YouTube channel. And my Instagram is at JB Adventurer. Check that out because I'm posting photos and updates from stuff we're doing here in the Yukon when I have reception. And yeah, a lot of stuff for you guys to enjoy there. And also, I'd really appreciate it if you could just share my content. If you like my YouTube content, please share it with your friends and family and say, hey, have you seen this guy? Check it out, and send them a couple links or something, because every little bit helps. And the more I can grow my channel, the more I can do amazing trips and bring everybody amazing content from some of these more remote and tough to access places, which is what everybody seems to really like on my channel, is these big remote expeditionary trips, and of course cabin stuff closer to home and all that. But you know, it all comes with a steep price tag, the adventures I do, to say the least. So yeah, the more subscribers I have, the more support I have from everybody, the better content I can give you. I don't know. Let me know. I might do there's like a buy me a coffee thing. I think even one runs through YouTube. Is anybody else familiar with that? Buy me a coffee. Do you think it's something I would do? And would anybody be interested in, maybe it's not called buy me a coffee, but it's something where my subscribers, if they want, can actually donate, just to help balance out the ups and downs of YouTube. Like YouTube, you can do really well one month and you're on top of the world, and then the next month you're just like not doing well at all, and you're like, am I going to be able to pay my bills, kind of thing. And you know, so it can be feast or famine, so that might kind of level off the income a little bit on my side maybe. But anyways, yeah, let me know what you think about that, or if you know anything else about it. And stay tuned, everybody. Lots more to come. And that's about it. Just enjoying a tea here, and good to be back. Good to be back at the cabin here. I love the spot. And we're actually going to be moving, like I said, to an even better cabin, a cabin with an even more impressive view too. So yeah, it should be exciting. And I really can't wait to share all the stuff we've been doing in the Yukon with you. And I can't wait till everybody sees the rest of the Arctic, across the Arctic wild footage too. So lots of good stuff, and thanks for tuning in to this riveting update video.